Have you ever felt as though life's challenges are a relentless storm, battering your peace of mind from every direction? In such moments, the question arises, how can we find tranquility amidst chaos? The ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers profound wisdom for navigating life's trials with grace and composure. In this video, we will explore 10 timeless lessons from Stoicism to help you keep calm and reclaim your inner peace. These lessons are not abstract theories, but practical guides for everyday life. Each one invites us to examine our responses, master our emotions, and focus on what truly matters. Imagine a life where external turbulence no longer dictates your inner state. A life where serenity becomes your default mode, even under pressure. As we journey through these lessons, you'll discover actionable insights to transform your mindset. Stay with us until the end, where we'll unveil the final and perhaps most liberating lesson, one that ties all the others together. Let us begin this journey with the cornerstone of Stoic wisdom: accepting what you cannot change. 1. Accept what you cannot change. How often do we find ourselves frustrated by circumstances beyond our control? Perhaps it's the weather ruining your plans, or an unexpected delay in your day. Stoicism teaches us that our suffering is not caused by external events but by our judgments about them. As Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Reflect on this. Why waste energy lamenting the unchangeable? The Stoics remind us that life is filled with uncertainties and challenges. Some events will forever remain outside our influence. Does it serve you to rage against the inevitable? Or could your energy be better spent on what lies within your power? Consider the example of a sudden rainstorm. While you cannot stop the rain, you can decide how to respond. You might carry an umbrella, enjoy the coolness of the rain, or find shelter until it passes. The rain, like many events in life, is indifferent to your preferences. Your choice lies in how you perceive and act upon it. Acceptance doesn't mean passive resignation. It's an active recognition of life's realities. When you accept what you cannot change, you free yourself from futile resistance and open the door to peace. How can this mindset transform your daily life? Start by identifying situations that typically cause you frustration. Ask yourself, is this within my control? If not, practice letting go. Acceptance also extends to people. We often wish others would act differently, but their behavior is not something we can control. The Stoics encourage us to focus on our own actions and attitudes. By shifting the focus inward, you reclaim your power. What if, instead of trying to change others, you changed your perspective on them? Finally, acceptance cultivates resilience. Life will throw curveballs, health issues, job losses, personal betrayals. These are painful, yet they offer opportunities for growth. Marcus Aurelius advised, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." How might your life change if you truly embraced this wisdom? As you ponder these questions, remember that the art of acceptance is a skill honed through practice. Each time you release your grip on the uncontrollable, you take a step toward enduring calm. And with this calm comes clarity, preparing you for our next lesson, living fully in the present moment. 2. Live in the present moment. Have you ever noticed how much of your mental energy is spent ruminating on the past or worrying about the future? We replay old mistakes, imagining how things could have been different, or we project ourselves into an uncertain future, filled with what-ifs. The Stoics remind us of a simple but profound truth. The only time we truly have is the present moment. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." But how often do we let the present slip through our fingers, distracted by regrets or fears? Consider this. What value lies in dwelling on what is gone or fretting over what is yet to come? The past cannot be changed, and the future remains uncertain. Yet, we sacrifice our current peace for illusions of control over both. Living in the present is not merely a Stoic ideal, it's a practice. It begins with mindfulness, the art of fully experiencing the here and now. When you eat, do you truly taste your food? When you walk, do you feel the ground beneath your feet? Or is your mind elsewhere, consumed by thoughts of yesterday or tomorrow? The Stoic approach invites us to anchor ourselves in the moment, to appreciate the simple, often overlooked aspects of life. Why does this matter? Because life unfolds in the present. Anxiety and regret are born from a disconnection with reality. When we focus on what is happening now, we free ourselves from these emotional burdens. Imagine the relief of letting go, even momentarily, of your past failures or future fears. What would it feel like to simply exist in the now? Stoicism also teaches that the present moment is where our power lies. Decisions, actions, and growth all occur in the now. By grounding ourselves in the present, we reclaim this power. How often have you put off important decisions or avoided action because you were waiting for the right time? The Stoics remind us, the right time is always now. You may wonder, how do I begin living more fully in the present? Start small. Dedicate a few minutes each day to mindful awareness. It could be during a mundane activity like washing dishes or taking a walk. Focus on your breath, the sensations around you, and the task at hand. Gradually, you'll find that this practice expands, helping you to center yourself even in more challenging moments. The benefits extend beyond personal peace. Living in the present enhances our relationships. When you truly listen to someone, undistracted by your thoughts, you connect on a deeper level. How often do we fail to hear others because our minds are elsewhere? By being present, we honor those around us and strengthen our bonds. Before we move forward, take a moment to reflect. How much of your life do you miss because you're not present? What would change if you committed to living fully in each moment? If you find value in these reflections, let us know in the comments. Share how you plan to embrace the present in your own life. And if this resonates with you, consider liking this video to support more Stoic content. Now, with our focus firmly grounded in the present, let us turn to our next lesson, resisting impulsive desires. 3. Resist impulsive desires. How often do we find ourselves chasing after things that bring only fleeting satisfaction? Whether it's the latest gadget, an extra slice of dessert, or a hasty decision made in the heat of the moment, our impulses can lead us astray. Stoicism teaches that true freedom comes not from indulging every desire, but from mastering them. Epictetus stated, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Reflect on this. How many of your choices are driven by impulse rather than reason? How often do you sacrifice long-term well-being for short-term gratification? Impulsive desires, when left unchecked, enslave us. We become prisoners of our whims, constantly chasing, yet never truly satisfied. The Stoics encourage us to pause and question our desires. When faced with temptation, ask yourself, is this truly necessary? Will this bring lasting value to my life? Imagine standing at a crossroads. One path leads to immediate pleasure, the other to long-term growth. Which path would the best version of yourself choose? Delaying gratification is a powerful tool in the Stoic arsenal. It allows us to step back, assess our impulses, and make choices aligned with our higher goals. This doesn't mean rejecting all pleasures. Rather, it's about distinguishing between what is essential and what is superfluous. As Seneca advised, be wary of the things that allure you, for they may lead you to ruin. Think about the goals you've set for yourself. Perhaps you aim to improve your health, advance in your career, or deepen your relationships. Impulses often act as obstacles to these aspirations. The temptation to skip a workout, procrastinate on an important project, or react harshly in an argument may seem minor in the moment, but can derail your progress over time. How might your life change if you learned to resist these impulses? Consider the practice of voluntary discomfort, a technique employed by the Stoics to build self-discipline. This involves intentionally exposing yourself to mild discomfort, such as fasting, taking cold showers, or refraining from luxuries. By doing so, you train yourself to endure discomfort and reduce your dependence on external pleasures. This exercise not only strengthens your willpower, but also fosters gratitude for what you have. In our modern world, where instant gratification is just a click away, the ability to resist impulses has become more crucial than ever. Social media, online shopping, and endless streams of entertainment constantly vie for our attention and money. How can we navigate this environment without losing ourselves? The answer lies in self-awareness and deliberate action. By cultivating a habit of reflection, we can break free from the cycle of impulse and regret. The next time you feel the pull of an impulse, pause, take a deep breath and ask, is this action in line with my values? Will it bring me closer to the person I wish to become? The power of Stoicism lies in its practicality. Each small victory over impulse strengthens your character, bringing you closer to the calm and centered life you seek. Having discussed the importance of resisting desires, we now turn our attention to another cornerstone of Stoic living, the cultivation of gratitude. Stay with us, and you'll see how this practice can transform your outlook on life. 4. Cultivate gratitude. In a world where we are often encouraged to chase more success, more possessions, more recognition, Stoicism offers a radical counterpoint: contentment through gratitude. The Stoics believed that true wealth is not found in acquiring more, but in appreciating what we already have. Seneca wisely observed, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." Pause for a moment and reflect. When was the last time you truly appreciated the simple gifts in your life? The roof over your head, the food on your plate, the companionship of loved ones. These are treasures that often go unnoticed in the rush of daily life. Yet, how much happier might we be if we learned to savor them fully? Gratitude, in the Stoic sense, is more than a fleeting emotion. It is a disciplined practice. Marcus Aurelius urged himself to begin each day by telling yourself, "Today I shall be meeting with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness." But even in the face of such challenges, he sought reasons to be grateful. Why? Because gratitude shifts our focus from what is lacking to what is present. It helps us see abundance where we once saw scarcity. Consider starting a gratitude journal, a simple yet powerful exercise. Each day, write down 3 things you are grateful for. They need not be grand. Sometimes, the smallest joys carry the deepest significance. Perhaps it's the warmth of the morning sun, a kind word from a friend, or the comfort of a familiar routine. Over time, this practice rewires your mind, teaching you to notice and appreciate the positives in your life. Gratitude also serves as a shield against envy and dissatisfaction. In a culture of constant comparison, it's easy to feel that we are falling behind. Social media often amplifies this, showing us curated highlights of others' lives. But Stoicism reminds us that our worth is not measured by external standards. When we focus on what we have rather than what we lack, we free ourselves from the endless cycle of wanting and competing. Imagine how your perspective might change if you approached each day with gratitude. Even in difficult times, gratitude helps us find meaning. Challenges become opportunities to grow, and losses remind us to cherish what remains. As Epictetus taught, he is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. Gratitude is not passive. It calls us to action. Expressing your thanks to others, whether through words or deeds, strengthens your connections and spreads positivity. A simple thank you can brighten someone's day and deepen your relationship. How often do we overlook the chance to show appreciation? What impact could you have if you made gratitude a regular part of your interactions? If this message resonates with you, let us know in the comments. Share one thing you're grateful for today, and let's build a community that values and celebrates the present. And if you're finding these Stoic principles helpful, consider liking this video to support the channel. As we practice gratitude, we fortify ourselves against life's uncertainties. With a grateful heart, we are better equipped to face challenges, which leads us to our next lesson: embracing obstacles as opportunities for growth. 5. Embrace challenges as opportunities. What is your first reaction when life throws a challenge your way? For many, it's frustration, fear, or even despair. But the Stoics viewed obstacles differently. To them, difficulties were not just disruptions, but essential opportunities for growth and self-improvement. As Seneca put it, difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. Consider this. How would your life change if you saw every challenge as a chance to learn and grow? When we face hardship, we often ask, why is this happening to me? But Stoicism invites us to reframe the question, what can I learn from this? Obstacles in the Stoic view are not barriers but stepping stones. They teach resilience, patience, and wisdom. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This powerful statement encourages us to embrace adversity as a crucial part of our journey. Every challenge, no matter how daunting, offers a lesson if we are willing to seek it. Reflect on the trials you've faced in your own life. How have they shaped you? What strengths have you developed because of them? Stoicism doesn't downplay the pain or difficulty of challenges. Instead, it emphasizes our power to respond. When we face obstacles with courage and composure, we not only overcome them, but also transform them into opportunities for growth. This mindset doesn't just apply to monumental struggles. It's equally relevant to the small frustrations of daily life. Traffic jams, technical glitches, misunderstandings, each is a chance to practice patience and develop inner calm. How do we cultivate this perspective? Start by observing your initial reaction to difficulties. Do you resist them, or do you face them with an open mind? When you encounter a setback, pause and reflect. What can I control in this situation? How can I grow from this experience? Over time, this practice trains your mind to view challenges as valuable learning moments. The benefits of this approach extend beyond personal growth. By embracing challenges, you inspire others to do the same. Your resilience becomes a beacon of strength for those around you. Imagine the impact you could have if you consistently modeled calm and composure in the face of adversity. As we move forward, think about the challenges you're currently facing. How might you approach them differently through the lens of Stoicism? Share your reflections in the comments. Your insights could help someone else find strength in their own journey. And if this message resonates, like this video to help spread the Stoic philosophy. With a stronger mindset toward obstacles, we turn next to another essential practice: continuous learning. Growth is not a destination but a lifelong journey. 6. Commit to continuous learning. In the Stoic worldview, life is a classroom, and every experience, whether joyful or painful, offers a lesson. The pursuit of wisdom and virtue is not a one-time achievement, but a lifelong commitment. As Epictetus said, only the educated are free. But this education is not confined to books or formal settings. It is a daily practice of learning from life itself. How often do we fall into the trap of thinking we've already arrived? Perhaps we've mastered a skill or achieved a certain level of success, and we grow complacent. But Stoicism reminds us that the journey of self-improvement never truly ends. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not be satisfied with just getting through the day. Learn something, improve yourself, and grow." Continuous learning begins with a mindset of curiosity and humility. No matter how much we know, there is always more to discover. This doesn't mean merely acquiring new information. It means deepening our understanding of ourselves and the world. How often do you take time to reflect on your experiences? What lessons might you be overlooking in the rush of daily life? A practical way to embrace this principle is through daily reflection. At the end of each day, ask yourself, what did I learn today? How did I grow? What could I have done differently? This simple practice fosters self-awareness and helps you identify areas for improvement. Over time, it sharpens your ability to navigate life's challenges with wisdom and grace. Another powerful tool is philosophical study. The Stoics believed that philosophy is not an abstract discipline, but a practical guide to living well. Reading and reflecting on works by Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, or Epictetus can provide valuable insights and inspiration. How might their teachings apply to your own life? How can you integrate their wisdom into your daily actions? But continuous learning isn't limited to philosophy. It also involves developing new skills, exploring diverse perspectives, and remaining open to feedback. By challenging yourself to grow in different areas, you expand your capacity to adapt and thrive. Think about a skill or habit you've been meaning to develop. What's stopping you from starting today? Ultimately, the practice of continuous learning helps us cultivate resilience and adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and those who are committed to growth are better equipped to handle its twists and turns. As Seneca advised, as long as you live, keep learning how to live. With a commitment to growth, we're better prepared to navigate the complexities of human relationships. Our next lesson focuses on a crucial skill for maintaining harmony: cultivating empathy. Stay with us as we explore how this Stoic principle can transform your interactions with others. 7. Cultivate empathy. How often do we find ourselves quick to judge others? A harsh word, a perceived slight, or a difference in opinion can spark irritation and conflict. But Stoicism teaches that every individual is fighting their own unseen battles. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself the following question: what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I am about to criticize? Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. The Stoics believed that we are all interconnected, part of a larger whole. When we approach others with empathy, we not only foster harmony, but also cultivate inner peace. Why let anger or resentment cloud your mind when understanding and compassion can bring clarity and connection? Imagine for a moment stepping into the shoes of someone who has wronged or upset you. What might their perspective be? What circumstances or struggles could be influencing their behavior? The Stoics teach us to recognize that actions often stem from ignorance or pain rather than malice. By shifting our focus from judgment to understanding, we free ourselves from unnecessary emotional turmoil. Practicing empathy doesn't mean condoning harmful behavior or abandoning your principles. Instead, it involves responding with patience and wisdom. When faced with conflict, consider pausing before reacting. Ask yourself, what would a wise and compassionate person do in this situation? This pause can make the difference between escalating tension and finding resolution. Empathy also strengthens relationships. When we truly listen to others and seek to understand their viewpoints, we create space for meaningful connection. How often do we rush through conversations, more focused on responding than understanding? What would change if you approached each interaction with the intention to fully listen and comprehend? One practical exercise is to reflect on a recent conflict or misunderstanding. Revisit the situation with fresh eyes, seeking to understand the other person's perspective. What might you have missed in the heat of the moment? How could you respond differently in the future? By practicing empathy, you transform conflicts into opportunities for growth and connection. As you begin to integrate empathy into your daily life, notice how it impacts your interactions and inner state. Does understanding others bring you a sense of calm and clarity? Share your experiences in the comments, and let's learn from one another's journeys. With empathy as a guiding principle, we turn now to another crucial Stoic practice: focusing on what you can control. This mindset forms the foundation of a serene and purposeful life. 8. Focus on what you can control. One of the most liberating lessons in Stoicism is the recognition of control, or more accurately, the limits of it. Epictetus said, "Some things are within our power while others are not. Within our power are opinion, motivation, desire, aversion, in a word, whatever is of our own doing. Not within our power are our body, our property, reputation, office. In a word, whatever is not of our own doing." How much energy do we waste fretting over things beyond our control? The weather, other people's opinions, the outcome of certain events. These lie outside our sphere of influence. Yet, how often do we allow them to dictate our mood, actions, or sense of self-worth? Reflect on this. How much peace could you gain by releasing your grip on what you cannot control? The Stoics encourage us to redirect our focus inward to the areas where we do have influence, our thoughts, choices, and actions. This is the essence of true freedom. No matter the external circumstances, we retain the power to choose our response. Consider a situation where you felt powerless or overwhelmed. What if, instead of fixating on the external, you had focused on your internal response? How might the outcome have differed? This principle is particularly powerful in moments of crisis. Imagine receiving criticism or facing unexpected setbacks. While you cannot change the event itself, you can control how you interpret and react to it. Will you let it define your worth? Or will you view it as a learning opportunity? The Stoic approach empowers us to remain steady amidst life's storms. Practicing this mindset requires vigilance and intentionality. Begin by identifying the elements of a current challenge. Write them down, separating what you can control from what you cannot. Then, direct your energy toward the controllable aspects. For example, if you're worried about an upcoming presentation, focus on your preparation and delivery rather than the audience's reaction. Over time, this practice builds resilience. Life will always present uncertainties and adversities, but by focusing on your sphere of control, you cultivate a steady inner calm. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. How can you apply this wisdom today? As we move toward our final lessons, consider the profound impact this shift in focus could have on your life. From managing daily stressors to navigating significant life changes, this principle equips you with a tool for lasting serenity. Up next, we'll explore how detachment from material possessions can further enhance your sense of peace and freedom. 9. Practice detachment from material possessions. How much of your happiness depends on the things you own? In a consumer-driven world, we're often led to believe that accumulating wealth and possessions will bring us lasting contentment. But Stoicism offers a different perspective. True peace and freedom come from detachment, not accumulation. As Epictetus said, Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. The Stoics didn't reject material goods outright. Instead, they cautioned against becoming emotionally attached to them. Why? Because everything external, money, property, status, is transient and beyond our ultimate control. Imagine how vulnerable we become when our sense of self-worth and happiness is tied to such fleeting things. What happens when they are lost or taken away? Detachment doesn't mean living a life devoid of comfort or pleasure. Rather, it involves cultivating an inner state that remains unshaken, whether you have much or little. Marcus Aurelius, despite being an emperor, regularly reminded himself of the impermanence of his position and possessions. He understood that clinging to externals only leads to anxiety and fear. Reflect on your own life. How often do you find yourself worrying about financial security, the latest trends, or maintaining a certain lifestyle? What would change if you shifted your focus from acquiring more to appreciating and using what you already have wisely? Detachment allows us to enjoy material goods without becoming enslaved by them. One practical exercise is to periodically practice voluntary simplicity. This could mean spending a day without your favorite luxuries, reducing your wardrobe to a few essential items, or even fasting. These practices help remind us that our happiness and well-being do not depend on external comforts. They also cultivate gratitude for the things we often take for granted. Another approach is to question your motivations for acquiring new possessions. Before making a purchase, ask yourself, do I truly need this? Will it add lasting value to my life, or is it a fleeting desire? Over time, this mindfulness can help you distinguish between genuine needs and impulses driven by societal pressures. The beauty of detachment is that it liberates you from the fear of loss. When you are no longer defined by what you own, you become free to focus on what truly matters: your character, relationships, and the pursuit of wisdom. This freedom brings a profound sense of peace and security, even in the face of uncertainty. With a clearer understanding of detachment, we now turn to the foundation of a balanced life: self-care. The Stoics recognized that caring for the body is essential for cultivating a strong and resilient mind. Let's explore how this practice aligns with the Stoic pursuit of virtue. 10. Prioritize self-care. How often do we neglect our well-being in the name of productivity or ambition? In our quest to achieve more, we sometimes forget that the body and mind are deeply interconnected. The Stoics, despite their emphasis on discipline and resilience, recognized the vital importance of self-care. As Seneca advised, we must take care of our bodies as if we were going to live forever, and our souls as if we were going to die tomorrow. Self-care in Stoicism is not indulgent, but foundational. A healthy body supports a sharp and disciplined mind, enabling us to navigate life's challenges with greater ease. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself of the need to care for his physical health, knowing that neglecting it would weaken his ability to fulfill his duties. Consider your own habits. Are you giving your body the nourishment, rest, and exercise it needs? Or do you find yourself sacrificing these essentials in favor of work, distractions, or unhealthy routines? What impact does this have on your mental clarity and emotional resilience? The Stoic approach to self-care involves balance and moderation. Regular exercise strengthens the body, while proper rest rejuvenates the mind. A simple, nutritious diet supports overall well-being without the need for excess. This disciplined approach not only enhances physical health, but also reinforces the Stoic principle of temperance, moderation in all things. Beyond physical health, self-care includes nurturing your mental and emotional state. Practices like meditation, journaling, and moments of quiet reflection help maintain inner balance. What steps can you take today to create a routine that supports both your body and mind? Self-care also extends to setting boundaries. The Stoics understood the importance of protecting one's peace by avoiding unnecessary stress and distractions. Are there areas in your life where you're overextending yourself? How might you simplify or delegate to preserve your well-being? Finally, self-care is an act of respect, not just for yourself, but for those around you. When you prioritize your health, you become better equipped to serve others and fulfill your responsibilities. As the Stoics believed, a strong body and mind are essential for living a virtuous and purposeful life. With these 10 lessons, we've explored how Stoicism can guide us toward a calm and centered existence. From accepting what we cannot change to caring for ourselves, each principle builds on the next, offering a path to resilience and peace. As we conclude, reflect on the journey we've taken through the wisdom of Stoicism. Each of the 10 lessons provides a practical tool for cultivating calm in the face of life's challenges. Which of these principles resonates most with you? How will you begin to apply them in your daily life? If you found value in this exploration, we invite you to engage with us. Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video to support more content on Stoicism, and subscribe to join our community of seekers. Together, let's spread the timeless wisdom of Stoicism far and wide. Thank you for joining us on this journey. May you find strength, clarity, and peace as you continue to walk the Stoic path. Until next time, stay mindful and virtuous.